Coming to work have the choice of maybe 3 buses, 3-4 buses, I've got the choice. As I say, they are all fairly frequent.
Right, what are the bad things about using the bus then? What don't you like about the bus?
Can be smelly, can be junkies on it. Takes a while. They don't come all the time, they just come whenever they want.
The service takes you from A to B. You know, it's good.
Maybe just think of a few reasons why you don't use the bus as a form of transport. Is there any particular reason or different reasons?
Where I live, the buses are not regular. You have to wait like 2.5 hours on the hour to get a bus, and then you have to go to Coatbridge Central and then sort of make your journey from there.
Okay.
So really where I live, I need 2 buses to get anywhere.
If it was public transport was easier accessible, then I would use that more often.
Okay. What are the kind of bad things for you about buses? What are the things that discourage you?
Lack of access, not enough of them, poor upkeep. I think with the deregulated the buses, I think one of the best things they could do is bring back bus conductors, because it would give people work, it would make buses more efficient because the driver would just be stopping the bus and going, so less traffic congestion. I sound like I've been rehearsing this, don't I? Honestly, I did just walk past. What was the other thing? And passengers feel safer as a conductor on the bus, especially late at night when there are a lot of drunk headbangers on the bus.
And how long did it take? How long did your journey take overall?
It takes 45 minutes from East Kilbride to Glasgow, and then half an hour from Glasgow to Easterhouse.
From Bridgeton to Duke Street it took about 10 minutes. To Duke Street to Cranhill it took about 20 minutes. Then to Cranhill to here it took about 10 minutes.
Yeah, just as a normal day, left the house, I'm about 2 minutes for the bus stop. Got a bus almost immediately.
Well, the buses are quite frequent. The 38's very frequent, every 5 to 10 minutes.
I probably could have came my bus, but I don't know what buses come up from where I stay.
Okay.
So I don't really know what buses, and
Right.
I'm just that used to having a car.
I'm not even aware that you can get a bus here, so making people more aware probably be a start.
Buses are actually quite good about here. Not as bad as people make out.
Sometimes the drivers can be a bit rude.
My main fear is access onto the bus.
Yep.
If the driver refuses to take, and if you get on the bus, there's a suitable place for you to sit.
I had a bad experience on a bus once, and I think it made me nervous, so I think I've got this sort of fear of buses now.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, I got on a bus once and I didn't know where I was going really, but I knew roughly where my area was, and I asked the bus driver, and he basically told me to stuff myself and like just sit down, and how much do I want to pay, how much do I usually pay, because I'd never been on a bus before. Because the train station's right beside my house, I just had to sit down and pay the maximum fare, and it turned out it wasn't the maximum fare to my house, so been a bit nervous about getting on buses after that.
Trains are reliable, the buses are terrible.
Okay. And what do you think are the reasons for that? Do you know?
When you consider 440 buses can go past in 10 minutes, and you can't even get a 19 or a 39. That's why I say you've got to walk out here. So if they had a service, more people would quite happily come in here.
They vary a lot in quality.
Right.
Some are fine, some are dreadful.
In terms of vehicle quality?
Vehicle, yeah.
Right, okay.
Not in terms of service.
Right, okay. In terms of obviously perhaps low floor vehicles are maybe easier for you to get on, or in terms of...
No, it's just the general quality.
Right, okay.
The cleanliness and maintenance
right.
of it.
Okay, that's great.
Because when I worked, I didn't use my car in the city at all, and I used the buses a lot. I mean, the link-up service was really pretty good.
I think when you're in outlying schemes, they've taken away your choices. You know, you seem to quite a lot of the time have to use 2 or 3 buses. You know, your choice of services is limited in schemes, outlying schemes.
Sometimes you can make your pals and all that on buses as well. If you're travelling by car, you just sit yourself. But most of the times, if you travel by bus, you can meet people you know. As well.
Quite a good social thing, sit and chat to people, yeah.
I just hop on the bus and hop off when I get to town, whether I'm working or otherwise. You know, I use the bus, as I say, at all times.
well, as long as I could take a pram on it. Because normally I've got, you know, a buggy, and there's a lot of the buses that you can't take, you know, prams on. So you've got to look for certain buses, you know, that will take the pram and everything like that.
Live warm, you can read my paper as I travel in. I mean, that sort of daft thing. I would just...
If there was anything that could persuade you to use the bus to come into Glasgow, what would that be? Would there be anything that you think might encourage you to use the bus?
Pick me up right outside my house. Literally. And beat for me. That is a taxi, isn't it?
Yes.
Maybe a more direct route rather than, because it goes through a lot of towns and villages, so maybe if it was more direct, maybe a bit quicker, it would be better to use it.
As I've said it before, the 213 is the only one that goes from the city centre right out to Bayliston, right around the Edinburgh Road. It's a great bus, but it's only once a half hour.
Right. So more frequent buses perhaps?
Well, ideally, yes, but then as I said, they'd probably come back and say, well, only two people get on it. It's a tricky one.
It's always cold and wet, and I just don't like travelling by bus at all.
So what one thing could have improved your journey then?
Again, I would like a bus that comes direct to here from somewhere in North Ayrshire that we can get to. Not necessarily Solihull, but...
And if there was maybe anything that could have made your journey easier today, if possible, what do you think that could have been?
I would have kept the bus and left my man in home.
Have you got any specific messages for the people who plan transport in and around Glasgow that you'd like to share?
Just to think of the people that are disadvantaged through not being able to use their legs to go on the bus, and make sure that the ramps come up to the pavement. A lot of buses don't go right into the pavement.
More buses.
More buses?
More buses, aye. And a separate bus maybe for at 4:30 for the school kids. Maybe put 2 on at that time so that there's no as busy and you can get a seat, so 2 lazy to stand.
And what are the good things about the bus services?
They're frequent enough, it's easy enough to get a hold of a bus wherever you're going, so it's easy.
Good. And what are the not so good things about the buses?
When they're mobbed, you can't get, not the fact of getting that's easy, sometimes you just drive right past you and they're full, but that's usually when everybody's trying to get home at the same time, so it just shows you a lot of people are using them.
It's fast, it's free. I know a lot of the drivers. I've got free tickets, so I mean, it saves me using my own petrol money, my own money. The car can just sit there and it saves my mileage as well.
I'm not really a bus person.
No. Okay.